בכבוד.
With your permission. Inching towards Sukkot, in a way, is the most important hug that we have. And of course, Sukkot, we have to remember, is a spiritual holiday. Not like Pesach. Pesach is a holiday for the body of the people. Just Hashem saved our body. We came out of Egypt. The spiritual inject we got on Shavuot. Sukkot, in a way, the whole thing is spiritual holiday. It's called Sukkot. The Gemara says, the halacha is in Shulchan Aruch, remember the clouds that Hashem made for us when we came out of Egypt. And this is crucial, Shulchan Aruch says. Mitzvot Hashem, Friday night. In America, and Saturday night as well, excuse me. You have to have a piece of bread or pita, whatever it is, in the sukkah, right after the kiddush. Nothing else to eat with that, and have in mind, while you're chewing on it, this is Zecher Adonai Kabod. Remember the clouds. The clouds was, for sure, it was a protection, but the cloud means it's Hashem. Hashem is a cloud. And what it means is, the Chag HaSukkot is, to remember the cloud, it means Sukkot is a cloud. Sukkot, it means energy of HaKadosh Baruch Hu directly to us while we're sitting under the cloud. It means the same way Am Yisrael were in the desert. They sat in the desert under the cloud. Hashem told us, you make a schach, and you're in the sukkah, you're under the cloud. How important it is and how true it is, it's only a spiritual thing. The Gemara tells us when Mashiach will come, Yad B'Yameinu Amen.
Amen.
Hashem is going to answer the request of the Goyim that they would like to stay when Mashiach will come. And Hashem will say, you know what? I'll give you a test. You pass this test, still Mashiach will come. It's amazing that a person just can have one little test all his life. The guy was a goy, he didn't behave, and then the Mashiach comes and says, you know what? You keep one thing, still Mashiach will come. Just to tell us, hint to us, Hashem hint to us, if you want to stay, Mashiach will come. So you know, Sukkah is the diving board to stay when Mashiach will come. The Gemara says the Goyim will come and Hashem will tell the angel that represent the Goyim to, Hashem will say, I have a very easy mitzvah for you. You keep this one, you stay. Mitzvah kala, says the Gemara. So what's the mitzvah? The Gemara says Sukkah. Hashem will tell the Goyim, just build the Sukkah. Build the Sukkah, you stay in the Sukkah, you pass the test. Of course, it doesn't mean this literally. Just keep the mitzvah. We'll see in a second, the Gemara says. Says the Gemara, all the Goyim will be very happy, they go make a sukkah. And then, as the Gemara tells us, when Mashiach will come, Hashem will take the sun out of its pouch. It's very hot outside. Very hot outside. So the Goyim will not be able to celebrate it. It's so hot. And they're going to go out of the sukkah. And they're going to miss so-called opportunity to stay in the time of Mashiach. So from all the mitzvot, from all the ideas that Hashem has about so-called giving us the privilege and the opportunity to be when Mashiach will come, Hashem chose Sukkah. Says the Gemara, excuse me, if it's very hot outside, the Goyim are right. They don't want to sit in the Sukkah because you don't fulfill any mitzvah anyway. Like it's raining and you want to be in the sukkah, the Gemara says you don't fulfill any mitzvah. It's the same idea, says the Gemara, excuse me. If it's very hot outside, you don't have to be outside. So the Gemara says, so what happened now? The Goy, he made the sukkah, and Hashem made it a very hot day, and the Goy left the sukkah, and he missed the opportunity. He doesn't have to be in the sukkah. There's the halacha. Because I'll tell you what, a Jew, when it's hot outside, and he can't be in a sukkah, he's upset, and he goes outside the sukkah with his head down. Sorry, I want to do mitzvah, I couldn't make it. A goy, the Gemara says, he comes out of the sukkah, he's going to kick the sukkah. He's going to curse. I said, what's the whole thing about? So the difference between a Jew and a goy is a very, very small thing. We both don't have to keep the mitzvah of sukkah because it's too hot outside. The question is, how do you depart? How do you come out of the sukkah? Because it's so hot outside. A Jew will go outside with humbleness and be a little sad he cannot make this mitzvah, and the goy will not be upset that he cannot do the mitzvah, he just can be upset at Hashem. But just the Gemara says you should know that is really the goal in our life to understand that Mashiach is going to come a lot because of mitzvah sukkah. That's how important mitzvah sukkah. Let's say you understand that the Gemara says that, the Zohar says, it's not the Gemara, that Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, Moshe, and Yosef, David, they come visit us in the sukkah. And the reason they're going to come out of the sukkah, come to visit in the sukkah, because sukkah is the time of Mashiach. That's why they're going to come. That's how important this mitzvah is. Very, very, we say, certain mitzvot in the sukkah. One thing is that you may not sleep outside the sukkah. Hashem wants you to sleep in the sukkah. What's the question about sleeping in the sukkah? One says, if you suffer, you cannot take it, you exempt. Otherwise, no excuse. You can't sleep outside the sukkah. Not only that, says the Gemara, says the Rambam, you should know, your house is the sukkah. You try not to get out of the sukkah. Sukkah is not just 7-Eleven. You go in and come out. Your house is going to be the sukkah. The Rebbe used to sit in the sukkah 7 days and come outside. The goal is not to get out of the sukkah. The Zohar says the sukkah is like the Noah's Ark. That's how powerful the sukkah is. Like Noah was saved from the Mabul. And all the animals, Hashem could have saved Noah in different ways. For example, in Eretz Yisrael was no Mabul. Hashem could have told Noah, you know what? Go to Israel. Hashem would direct all the animals to Israel, and nothing will happen. Nevertheless, Hashem told Noah, build an ark. Ark was the reason why Hashem saved Noah. So the Zohar said the Teva was like a Bet HaMikdash. But still, the Zohar, the Gemara calls it, the Zohar calls it like a sukkah. Sukkah saved Noah. So what's the power of that sukkah? By the way, that's the same. That Hashem directed Noah, he told him to make the sukkah from wood, the gopher. And he says, well, it has to tell you how to make an ark. How to make an ark? No, to make an ark. Of course, those days there's no other thing maybe, but there's no cloth maybe to make. Whatever it means. It means Hashem said, make it from wood. And one of the meaning of the Gemara is even the walls of the sukkah, they have to be made from wood. It is something like the ark of Noah's Ark. Everything was from wood. The walls, the roof, perfect. So Hashem chose this mitzvah for us. Sukkah. Sukkah, one of the restrictions of the sukkah is that the sukkah is called like muktzeh. You build the sukkah during Chag, during Chol HaMoed, you want to take something, take a piece of wood, you take a piece of wood to use it as a toothpick. Toothpick. I have made the sukkah from wood, not just from the schach, from the walls. You need a toothpick, you want to take a piece. You can't do it. Now, what it's called? It's called muktzeh like Shabbat. Why muktzeh from Shabbat? It's a very powerful thing. The sukkah, if you made the sukkah, you should know the sukkah is a house for 7 days, but you should know it's holy. It's very holy. It's a special thing, you hung in the sukkah some decorations. And so you're hungry in Sukkot, a fruit or something, you want to pass on Sukkot to eat it, you can eat it. Mukse, what mukse? What does it mean? It's to show you the power of Sukkot. Power of Sukkot. In Sukkot, the Gemara says, the Mishnah says, the Jubilee in Bet HaMikdash, people didn't go to sleep for 7 days, dancing and dancing and dancing. And says, what are you so happy about? Simple explanation, Rashi said, well, everybody collected all the produce to the house, okay? Gemara says, 7 days, people say in Bet HaMikdash, they didn't go to sleep. They stood up and took a nap on somebody else's shoulder. Simcha בת השואל בא, get כוח הקודש, the Gemara says from it, he became a Navi from it. The Gemara says, Yonah Navi became to Bet HaMikdash, one day, on Sukkot, got כוח הקודש. He says, can you tell me what it is? What's it all about? I don't understand. What are you happy about? What is this? Sukkah. What's Sukkah? Together with Sukkah, we have a mitzvah of lulav. Shlomo HaMelech, the Gemara says, did not know what lulav is all about. He had no idea. So I don't know what it is. Still, the Gemara says, you take a lulav, and special mitzvah, the Gemara says, you have the nice lulav, and I said, take it even and have it nice. Make it and shake it back. Shake it. What's the shaking business? And after the Torah concludes the mitzvah of Sukkah and lulav, Torah returns and says, you know what? You have to sit in the Sukkah for 7 days in order for generations to come to know that we got out of Egypt. That statement, to know about Hashem, is very, very rare in the Torah. Very rare. Some mitzvot may have it. But Hashem wants you to remember, when you come to the Sukkah, so again, the first piece of bread we're going to have, it is must to remember. I'm having it because Hashem took me out. Hashem took me out of Egypt, and He put for me a cloud all around me. Nothing happened. What's so great about it? So here in the Torah comes, the Torah tells us 3 times about Chag HaSukkot that you have to be happy. Happy, be happy. What happiness has to do with it? Happy with what? Again, because I brought the produce home. I have to be happy. So it's the Rambam, you should know that one of the hardest mitzvot that we have is to be happy while we're doing a mitzvah. The hardest one. It's not just to do mitzvah, to keep the Torah. Happiness is required and being demanded by Kadosh Baruch Hu all the time. One of the main pillars of happiness is Sukkot. You must be happy in Sukkot. You must be happy. I have to have Sukkot. I have to have Sukkot. It's a mitzvah. The Gemara says you have to have meat and you have to have wine and you have to give your wife nice clothing, meat, wine. What is it all about? I don't understand what's it all about. I have to be happy. Why? Why Hashem wants me to be happy? Come to Bet HaMikdash, be happy Bet HaMikdash. How important happiness is. The Torah, Parashat Kitavo, Moshe tells us about 19 curses. Chas Shalom, if you don't behave, Moshe says, you know what happened to you? Because he did not worship Hashem with happiness, with simcha. That's not true. It didn't happen to me because he didn't worship Hashem with simcha. It doesn't say in the Torah, there's not one of mitzvah in the Torah that you have to be happy. It's not saying it. No such thing. So people went to concentration camp. Because what? Because they didn't worship Hashem with simcha? And actually, one of the biggest rabbis, Plosmuk Rebbe, in the concentration camp, he used to say, you know, I'm here, and you worship Hashem with simcha. Excuse me, it's not true. Mechila, forgive me, everybody, it's not true. He went to concentration camp, not because he didn't worship Hashem with simcha. I don't know why, it was a decree from Hashem. But you can't tell me somebody suffered and vanished, 6 million people, because they worship Hashem with Simcha. What it means something else. It means with this decree of a person, he can escape the decree if he will have Simcha. That's what it means. Simcha is an exit, running away from problems. Running away from problems. I don't know if I mentioned it once. I went to the Mincha in Borough Park. And after Mincha, I see somebody screaming Kaddish over there. Sounds like a not normal person. I asked somebody, what is this guy? What's wrong with him? Is something wrong with him? He said, no, he's not wrong. I'll tell you what it is. He was in a concentration camp. I don't remember which one. And the whole time he was singing, Shat Hashem Kerafayim. He made himself like a tune. He says, Hashem is going to redeem us in a split second. All time I was concerned. One day they took him and our brothers into the chamber. While he was in the chamber, people told him, the whole time you sang, Hashem is going to help me. You know what? He went inside the chamber, they opened the gates in 1 second. Still singing over there. All of a sudden the door was open, and the Machshemon Gestapo came in and said, you come outside. Took him out. And the 300 people who were inside the chamber screamed to him and said, please say Kaddish for us. That's why he screams the Kaddish. The happiness cancels the zerot. It's because Hashem, so-called, is an entity of happiness. That's the interior minister, when Hashem created this world, he said the sentence we say every morning, Yichvod Hashem l'olam yitzmach Hashem ma'asav. Hashem created this world in order to be happy. He did not create this world just because he wanted a world. He wanted to see how people are happy. And if somebody is not happy, it doesn't fulfill the will of Hashem that He created this world. And Hashem, before He created this world, Hashem set in a sukkah, whatever it means. It means Hashem is so-called, is testing us to see how happy we are going to be. It's very easy to be happy. Well, so the Gemara will tell you what it is. You have a beautiful house, you live in a mansion. Get out of the house and dwell in the sukkah. Excuse me, it's not so comfortable in the sukkah. I can make it as comfortable as I could, as I can, but it's not. It's coming to my house. It's not my bedroom, it's not my living room, dining room, it's not the refrigerator, it's not everything else. It's very nice to be there for a few minutes, and then finish, run away. Zah Sukkah is make your house permanent in a sukkah for 7 days. Go sleep over there, go eat over there, stay over there. I say, listen, it's not this kind. But I'm going to do it. My test is how happy I'm going to do it. That's my question. Hashem tells me to do it, okay. I put it with feeling. No. Your problem is feeling also, you're not doing it with happiness. You have to be so happy to put in talit, and the shofar, and the mezuzah, and kiddush, then you fulfill the mitzvah, says the Rambam. The happiness does it. It's not the actual deed what you do. Hashem doesn't want us to put feeling to put it. Hashem wants us to be happy to put feeling at it, and that feeling at it have the power to protect us, as the Gemara says. It's not the feeling protects you. The happiness of feeling protects us. And that's the biggest test, to leave the house. And the Gemara actually says it. Chas v'shalom, somebody on Yom Kippur did not get what he thought Hashem would give it to him. I said, I tell you what, you go out of the house, go so-called to exile. So-called you go to a place that you're not so comfortable, but be happy over there. That grants you that Hashem will cancel all the decrees. And that's actually what the Gemara says. The last test before Mashiach will come, Hashem will test the goyim with mitzvah of sukkah. What's the test? Go make a sukkah. Easy, I make a sukkah. But it's going to be a hard day. I don't have to be in the sukkah. It's true. So when you leave the sukkah, and you're upset that you cannot fulfill the mitzvah of sukkah to be happy, then you're a Jew, you have olam haba. And Goy the Gemara says, he'll come out of the sukkah and be upset. And he'll kick the sukkah and says, you missed the whole thing. The whole sukkah is a test to see how happy you are to leave your house and to be in the sukkah. And that grants you with a new decree. The Gemara says, even if on Yom Kippur Hashem did not give you whatever you thought and you wanted, Hashem will give it to you now. Because now you show Hashem how much you're happy with the simcha. Comes the Gemara, says, I want to explain to you something. What is it all about, Sukkah? Of course, it means Hashem took us out of Egypt. Get the Sukkah. What is the merit? Why we got the Sukkah? Why we got the Sukkah? Says the Gemara, tell you what. B'zchut Moshe Rabbeinu we got man in the desert. B'zchut of Miriam we got water. And b'zchut Aaron we got a cloud. I said, what's the most important thing? Of course, you're going to say the food. It's not true. The food and the water is just physical things. The cloud is a spiritual thing. The cloud is protection. If Hashem protects you, Hashem will supply food to you. If Hashem doesn't protect you, the food won't help you. You can eat man, you can drink water. The Goyim surrounded the camp of Israel constantly in the desert. Wanted to come in. You couldn't come in. The protection is much more important than the physical need, because it's called a spiritual need. Says the Gemara, you know what? The protection is because Aaron HaKohen. Comes the Rabbi says, you know what Aaron HaKohen? Kodesh Kodashim. Tell me, what do you know about Aaron? You know nothing. So the Gemara tell you what I know about Aaron. When Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu, go take the position, take the job to save Israel, Moshe did not want to take. One of the reasons the Gemara says is, Moshe Rabbeinu felt he's going to hurt his older brother Aaron. It was a Navi in Egypt until now. Aaron is 83. Until now, Aaron was a Navi. Moshe wasn't there. Now Moshe is going to come and say, hello, I'm the Mashiach. And so Aaron's going to look at him, excuse me, I'm the only brother. I'm the older brother. I was here in Egypt the whole time. Why do you want to hear? What do you mean you come and take position? Hashem told you, I believe you. But you know what? Something hurts in your heart. Something hurts in your heart. Says the Torah, Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu, Aaron will see you. Aaron will be happy for you. To be so happy in somebody else, not only somebody else's success, if he's taking away from you, says the Gemara says that's the best thing in the world. That's the highest thing. That's what Aaron HaKohen. That's the Gemara says, that Torah says. Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu, this guy, your brother, of course he wasn't born with that. If he was born with it, it's nothing. You don't get any credit for that. You have to walk in all your life that not only that you're happy with anybody else, you have got zero of jealousy. You're so happy that guy been taking so-called credit on your account. That's the biggest thing in the world. And that's what the Nabi says about Aaron. Aaron became a Kohen. Aaron is down to earth. Aaron what did he do? Hashem said one sentence. Let's Aaron HaKohen. It's called Kodesh Kodashim. Nabi, the Bible calls Aaron HaKohen Kodesh Kodashim. Doesn't call it Moshe. Of course, Moshe is much bigger. But the test of being happy with somebody else, only Aaron reached. The Gemara tells us. Before Moshe Rabbeinu died, Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu to come to the Mishkan with Yoshua. They come inside. Hashem speaks. And Moshe doesn't hear what Hashem says. But he sees that Yoshua, so-called, he understands, Hashem is talking to him. So after Hashem spoke to Yoshua, Moshe asked Yoshua, what did Hashem tell you? And Yoshua said, sorry. Hashem told it to me, I can't tell it to you. The Gemara says Moshe felt that the question that he asked is just had the root of this question is a little bit jealous, even though that Yeshua is a student, and says, how come Hashem speaks to him? He doesn't speak to me. Says the Gemara, Moshe told Hashem, kill me. I don't want to have even this little thought in my head of kind of jealousy that I don't know what Hashem spoke to Yeshua. I don't want to live anymore. Until the Moshe prayed to Hashem, I want to stay. Moshe said to Hashem, listen, I don't want anything if I have this thing in my heart. I don't want. The Gemara says you should not have a thought. The Gemara says if you work on yourself very hard, the body stay intact in the grave. The Gemara says, but why doesn't say intact? Worms come and eat the body. But if somebody gets rid of that thing, and say, what does it mean? If you're happy with your friend, then you overcome chasatan, you overcome all the other things. As Charamim say, one of the questions they ask a person when he comes to Gan Eden, in Machtat Chavercha, did you make a friend the king of you? It says the problem is that the person is not happy enough. And constantly will have some tests. It makes me upset, I'm not happy enough. I said, the whole thing is a sheker. Be close to Hashem, you have to be very happy all the time. And that level in which the Aaron Kohen, and that the Gemara says, because we have this Sukkah. Because you can't be in the Sukkah unless you try to be like Aaron Kohen. And that is when the Sukkah is protection. The Sukkah protection says, you know what? Something happened in Yom Kippur, I don't know, my verdict on Yom Kippur was good enough, at least it doesn't matter. I tell you what, you go outside of your house after Yom Kippur. That's why Hashem made Sukkot after Yom Kippur, even though Sukkot already should have been after Pesach, right by Pesach, because Pesach Hashem made us the cloud, the Sukkah. As a Sukkah is to remember the cloud. When did the cloud arrive? The cloud arrived on Pesach, when we came out of Egypt, right away. Immediately we got it. I said, no, Hashem said, no, after Yom Kippur. It's a present from Hashem. And after Yom Kippur, Chas Shalom, if a person did not reach the level Hashem wants him to reach, Hashem said, you know what? I have another trick for you. Sukkah. Go inside the Sukkah. As long as you show that you're so happy with the mitzvah of Sukkah, the happiness does it. Cancels all the decrees. That's how mitzvah of Sukkah is so important. Simultaneously, the same thing says the Torah, the lulav and etrog. The lulav and etrog is not shaking. The Torah says, "Usmachtem lifnei Hashem v'kechem shivat yamim." With the lulav and etrog, it's a mitzvah in Bet HaMikdash to shake it for 7 days. Shlomo says, I don't know what it does exactly, but I can tell you what has to be done. It's not shaking the lulav. It's being happy that you have the mitzvah of lulav. Shaking, says the Gemara, is only to stop the decrease. It means you have two protections on Sukkot. The Sukkah itself, you walk inside, and you go outside. Of Sukkah, you're outside. You have to go outside. The lulav protects you. Says the Gemara, לעצור רוחות רעות וכללים רעים. It says, when you shake it, what do you have? What do you have in mind? The lulav looks like a spear. And it says, when you shake it, actually what it means, you stop 4 sides up and down, stop all the bad energies. And so how does it do it? It does it because you're happy with the mitzvah. That's what Torah says. That's the whole power of it. And that actually the Torah tells us, the Torah talks about Sukkot, also about Shavuot. Torah says like this. Please. שמחת אתה וביתך ובך ואמתך. You're happy, you, your wife, your children, your slave, your maid. Then Levi, the convert, the orphan, and the widow. So you have eight entities. Says the Gemara a statement like this. Hashem said, "Ata mesameach et sheli." If you make mine happy, ani mesameach et shelcha. I'll make yours happy. It means, says the Gemara, if a person make Levi, the needies, orphan, widow, a convert happy, in return, Hashem is going to make your family happy. You, your wife, your slave, you, your children, slave, your maid. It says Hashem will grant you with happiness if you will make somebody else happy. Because really the Gemara says, you know why the reason behind it? Because the reason of creation, Hashem made us because Hashem wanted us to be happy. Hashem is going to be happy if we're happy. And if we make somebody else happy, then Hashem is going to make us happy. It's actually the Gemara says, one time when Navi was in the market, and some people spotted him, asked him, Eliyahu, anybody in the market have Olam Haba here? Eliyahu said, I don't know. All of a sudden, two people came, and Navi showed them, so pointed, yeah, they're having Olam Haba, those two. The rest of the market didn't say nothing. People ran. The Gemara Masechet Tanit. The Gemara says that people ran to those two people. It says, what do you do? They just said to me, they have Olam Haba. He said, our job is to make people happy. That's all. For this, you get Olam Haba. All the people in the market walking around, everybody religious, everybody holy. Asking Nabi, I'm having Olam Haba? I don't know yet. I don't know, maybe. Those two people already have Olam Haba. So what do? You learn Gemara, you praying, you go to me. What do? I make somebody else happy. That means that he reached a level so-called of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ismach Hashem Ma'asav. That you want people to be happy. It's the goal in our life, you should know. And therefore, Mitzvah Sukkah is so important. The restrictions of the Sukkah. So you go to sleep, you're not happy, right? Huh? I said, don't go to sleep. You want to go to sleep? Go to sleep. But in the Sukkah. Because the Sukkah's entity, while you dwell in the Sukkah, it means you dwell in a happy place. In a happy place. So you have to look up to it. I want to be in the Sukkah. I want to be happy in the Sukkah. Even though I'd rather not. That's not so good. What's so great about Sukkah? The air conditioner over there. It's bad. Hashem gave you such a mitzvah, and the Rambam applies it to all the mitzvot. Rambam says it's the hardest thing in life. And Satan always will make some kind of difficulties. Every mitzvah that we make, that we should not be happy. To dance all the time while you're doing a mitzvah. Dance. He says that's what Hashem gave us the mitzvah, because Hashem wants to be happy. The mitzvot will make you a spiritual happiness. That's only after Yom Kippur. Because it's a test from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hashem wants to see if you really know your accomplishment. This is what Rabbi Aderet said. Forget about Tanit, forget about all the things. You do a mitzvah with happiness and you're happy is better than to do a Tanit. And that's what the Gemara says. Gemara says it's not so simple to be Nazir. Not so simple. It's true. Shmuel was Nazir, yes for Nazir. Not so simple. I says, what's not simple? He says, Nazir cannot have wine. Okay, so what's wrong? Because wine makes you happy. You cut one of the branches. There's Hashem in this world to make you happy. Hashem created wine because Hashem wants to be happy. Yain is samach v'avenosh. Hashem gave us the Torah, the Gemara says, because Hashem wants you to be happy. Because Hashem yisharim v'samchilev. It says Hashem gave us the Torah not to learn Torah. Hashem gave us the Torah because the Torah is going to make you happy. If you don't learn Torah, you cannot be happy. Impossible. If you don't have wine, I wouldn't say you cannot, but it's hard. It's hard. You know, the Gemara says, in one version, Nazir nikra chote. And Nazir is a sinner. Si'er atzmo min hayayin. He made himself not happy with the wine. So what's the big deal? So he's not having wine. I thought he's holy. I said, no, one version, no. No. He didn't do the right thing. Because so-called, you stay away from simcha. That's how important good wine, chevron, amara. Because wine makes you happy. And that's Hashem's will. You should be happy. You reach that thing. As the Gemara says, Yonah Navi came to Bet HaMikdash, or Sukkot, people were dancing, became a Navi. Because you cannot be a Navi unless you're very happy. So Rambam writes in his commentary, every Navi used to walk on the street, he had a trumpet or violin. Every Navi. You cannot be a Navi. So you wrote Nevi'im, all the Nevi'im we had, and out of the Nevi'im we had, the Gemara says we had Nevi'im, Kifayim Yotzei Mitzrayim, 1.2 million prophets. Says the Rambam, every Navi had to be on the street with a trump or violin. Otherwise you cannot be Navi. What's the business? A holy man keeps all the mitzvot. All the mitzvot and everything is to get yourself to a stage of happy. Then you be a Navi. כך מרים הנביאה הייתה טוב. זה חכמים, you see, מרים, נביאה. So one of the חכמים, risk, Rabbi Aderet, he said, see? That's what it says over here. Miriam was a neviah. Why? Because she had a trump in her hand. She had a trump. Because that's what Hashem wants from us, to be happy. To be happy with English,